What's up, everybody? This is Zach with another edition here of the Micro Homestead Ecology, and it is seed starting season all over the country. People are getting ready to start their seeds so that these kinds of spaces can turn into beautiful growing locations. The problem is there's a lot of choices. What do you use? Why do you use it? Which one's best? Who knows? Well, I've got a lot of experience trying lots of different things. I'm going to tell you what I've learned over the years. Let's take a deeper look. Okay, here's the deal. I've been at this now for, I don't know, 10 years, like a while, doing this whole seed starting thing. I've tried almost every way that there is to try from a big box store with differing various levels of success for each one. So I'm going to break down my thoughts and ideas about each one, what's good about them, what's bad about them. I guess that's it. Let's talk seed starting. So if you're into this kind of content, remember, it helps us out a ton. If you hit that like button, maybe consider subscribing. We're going to share all kinds of ideas about homesteading and all that sort of fun stuff. We grow big gardens here. We raise a lot of animals on less than 1 acre. All right. This is option, what are we up to? I think now we're up to option number 5. This is a soil block system. Now you can find all sorts of videos about soil blocking and why it's good and yada, yada, yada. It's obviously super sustainable because there's no plastic to have to worry about. These tools are very, very robust, and I've been using them for, that's probably really annoying on camera, sorry. I've been using them for multiple years now, playing around with the soil blocking thing. This is a new development for me this year. We went to a restaurant supply company, and this is just like a plastic bus tray for like a restaurant might use. And so we're going to try doing this on these this year, because all that you have to do with these once you get the seeds started is, you just kind of pour the water in right here, for example, and then this soil, since it's touching the bottom, it just wicks the water up into the plants, and they do really, really well. Now, I did notice last year when we started some seedlings, there's an air gap there, but it's not enough to keep those roots from growing into the adjacent cells. So just be aware that you are going to have some root tear when you pull those, but the roots are going to also air prune on these outside edges because they won't grow out of this into the open air. It's not healthy for them or whatever. Zero transplant shock other than tearing those roots apart on the inside ones there. And there's a nested system where you can take these tiny little cells and pump them up into, like, it'll put a little square in a block that's a bit bigger than this, and then you can literally just pick this up and drop it right into the bigger block, and then those roots will keep growing. Now listen, if you're looking for an absolutely 100% sustainable solution, then soil blocking might be it. It's really, really sweet. I'm excited to try the trays this year, so be sure to follow along and see how that goes as we play around with it. But I've done it in these same 10-20 trays. It works. It's just a little bit cumbersome sometimes to get them out of there if you pack them in there super tight like I tend to, because I want to maximize the growing space. But I think for me, it's kind of expensive. I get those from Johnny's Seed, so I'll try to jump on their website and see what the price is now for what those soil blockers are. They're kind of expensive, but once you have them, right? And you can mix soil for the rest of your life as long as you take care of that tool and keep it a little bit clean, which I just rinse it with water every time I use it, and keep them nice and clean. They're stainless steel and pretty robust. If you ever feel one, they're solid. You'll have it forever. And you could do it on a board. You could do it in that metal tray that's like a roasting pan, like anything that will hold a shallow amount of water on the bottom for it to be able to wick up into that soil block will totally work with that system. So you could custom build things that would fit your shelves and your rack systems. Like the sky's the limit really when it comes to the soil block. And you can make as many as you want. If you're doing a lot of seedlings and you have a huge homestead garden, or maybe a flower garden and you're selling bouquets of flowers or something like that, it might be something to consider. It's totally worth the initial investment if you're going to do a lot of seed starting and you don't want to have to mess around with storing all of the plastic stuff and the containers and whatever. Plus it doesn't break down, right? I mean, like, Those other ones, obviously, I'm showing you, they break down in time. They don't work super well. They start to get cracks, and eventually I'm going to have to throw them away. I'm not throwing those soil blockers away unless they break, and then I'll try to fix them. So there you go. I've got all sorts of videos on different things that we've done over the years, and I'll keep pumping more into there as we go along and play with new things and different stuff and give you guys updates on what's working well and what's not. So anyhow, come back often, and we'll keep growing and learning together. See you next time. Forget that. Not see you next time. Go check this video out right here. It's a good one. And if you like this one, you'll probably like that one too. See ya.